Alright, so this is game 3 of Colonial Carnage. This is against Ken Stubbs, and if you're from the Mid-Atlantic region or anywhere on the East Coast really, and you've played tournaments in the southern area, you've probably seen or at least heard of Ken and his Orcs and Goblins. So everybody knows Malorian has his troll hordes, or had his troll hordes since he decided to quit. But Ken has character walls before character walls were cool, because with Orcs and Goblins you could pretty much do that if you wanted to. Now, last Brawlers, I think it was, he had a pretty much the same setup of like 100 Night Goblin archers with like the ability to make them all poison. So this is the game where you're now at allowed 50% lords and heroes. Think of what he could do with that. It's basically 2 giant units with character walls in front of both of them. So, granted, it was a very hard battle for me to even attempt to do, but I made the mistake of not sending my ghoul block, which actually can do a lot even against characters, and I just kind of held him back too long. The Hand of Gork at the beginning of this battle actually sealed my fate, especially since my flank was set up as it was for deployment. But I mean, you can't argue. Ken, while his army was rough to play against, because I mean, even him, he had to color code all his characters that he had, and I know there's a few times that he even forgot what he had, what had been killed, and whatnot. But even with all that, it was like one of my most fun games. Because he's just that much, his personality is that good. He's such a great guy, always positive, even if he's the game's not going well. But here's the video. Here's my next game, and I have this weekend off after getting done with Brawlers, so hopefully I'll be able to pump out more of these videos in the next couple of days. I know I probably say that every single time, but you know what? That's what I'm going to try and do. So, thanks for watching. Peace.
Alright, you got Ken over here with 2 trolls, a horde of Night Goblins with a wall of characters, and another horde of...
Mine's just trying to get my most expensive non-character names.
Then I have my zombies with level 4, my skeletons, spirit host, 40 ghouls, hellgeist, my fell bats, my bat swarms, my black knight bus with 2 vamps, and then the rest of my chaff. Oh. And I need to put him on the board. And then my terrorists. So, roll for first turn. So, Orc movement looks like this. Hand of Gork over here. His fanatics came out and went all the way down here and ended up blowing up right here, because they both landed on each other. And shooting did nothing. So now it's off to Warriors turn 1. Alright, so movement looks like this. Over here, gained all but one of my ghouls back, gained a bunch of beasts over here, gained like 10 skeletons, another like 10 zombies, and then I shot that Wind of Undeath through them, and so yeah. And I miscast on a double 6, and I think my baby vamp got the magic feedback. My baby vamp was the only thing that actually took a wound. So off to Orcs turn 2. Alright, so we got poison off of this unit. So these guys here. These guys stood still. The fanatic when the wounded died. Shot a bunch of zombies off. I think I stopped everything else magic-wise. And then my template ran through over there and did like 17 wounds, and then he ward saved free. So off to Vamp's turn 3. Alright, so this looks like this. Moved everybody over, got a Hellish Finger off here. Store 2 dice. Combat, lost, and dropped like 2 more guys. Other than that, it is off to turn 3. Top 3? 4 guys in the front. Top 3. Alright, so this combat went like this. We tied. I lost by 1 from his 1 rank. Vortex is picking over there. He killed one of the bases and was there. And now it is off to Vampire Count's turn. 3, I think. Bottom 3. So that phase ended badly for me. I got the big pierces before there. As you can see, these guys are gone. So is my general because I charged him in here thinking that I could actually do enough. But the challenge, I got 6, and then my skeletons whipped everything. And he died from Crumble. Everybody else died from there. 4 from there. And Dogs got like 3 there, 2 there. They're good. He was good. And it's off to Orchard Goblin's turn 4. Right? 4 or 5, something like that. Alright, so zombies die here. Overrun. The trolls off the board. Dropped that down to 2 wounds now. He got arrowed to 1 wound, but somehow still survived. And other than that, yeah, on to Vamp's turn, bottom of turn 4. And the game looked like it's pretty much that. Everything's dead except for my block here, block here. Those are all dead essentially. And it was ended up as 0 to 20 for Ken. Yeah. Those freaking character walls destroyed me.
Alright, so end game, as you can see, I did not do very well. I think my biggest issue was deployment. I deployed all my hard-hitting crap furthest away from him, and then chaffed myself up. I think if my ghouls had gotten into combat, they probably would have done a number on either one of those blocks. I also made the mistake of hopping my Vampire Lord out into the ghouls and then charging him into the skeleton combat, thinking, hey, you'll get a little extra damage. But then the challenge came, and I think I had already lost oh no, I didn't have a skeleton in there, or a skeleton champion in there. So yeah, I charged him in, and I think just on static combat res, he wrecked me since my skeletons decided to whiff everything. I mean, still a fun game. Ken was a great guy. And like I said, I think this was the game when I realized that I needed to actually use my ghoul block and not just expect my Vampire Lord to do everything. So I'll try and get the next game up as soon as possible. Thanks for watching.